We lit.
We are lit and back. Make sure y'all follow, subscribe. Thanks for rocking with us. Thanks for hanging on while we dealt with some technical difficulties. We still got a lot coming up on the schedule. And we got our special guest with us, Jen Zeno, in the house.
Hell yeah, we got Jen Zeno here. We got Julian here. We got Brian here. We got Troy. You know, we back.
Yes, indeed. Yes, indeed.
We back, and you know, last week we had a lot to talk about, but one person we discussed, man, is Ice Spice.
Woo!
You know, I met the princess of rap a few weeks ago. You know, one of the nicest people I've ever met. Just saying, she looks great. I think you accused her of taking Ozempic, and she spoke out and clarified, man.
She did. She had a lot to say, and you know, she called out the lazy bitches. That's what she did. What exactly was her quote? Because I loved it. I feel like that's going to be in a song as a bar now.
Yeah, man. So she shut down the rumors that she used Ozempic when she was talking to some fans in Twitter Spaces, and she says, "I actually came on here to talk about that real quick." So she was like, because I was like, "Bitch, I wish y'all never learned the word Ozempic. Like, that's one thing I wish."
Snap.
Oh my God, what even is Ozempic? What the fuck is that? Genuinely, what is that? So she said she lost the weight by working out, eating healthier, and being active on her Y2K tour. And I saw her in person. I think she looks great. You know, she has some definition in her abs. She still has a nice ass. She's a small girl. So, you know,
how tall is she?
She's like 5'3", 5'4".
Oh, okay.
Yeah, she's a petite lady, young lady, but she's, you know, she shut down the rumors, man. I think she heard what you said, bro. What do you think about Ice Spice calling you a lazy bitch?
Listen, I know she wasn't talking about me because, listen, I'm 2.5 months strong right now. We started working out at the same time. And if I pull my shirt up, you're going to see I got a 4-pack. My pack is looking a little bit better than hers. So,
oh, shit.
I don't know.
You compare yourself to Ice Spice like Trump comparing himself to Kamala.
Listen, if I'm a baddie, I'm a baddie out here. You already know. But listen, I also think that if the allegations aren't true, why even really address it?
Because people like you be saying bullshit on the internet.
Who cares?
She cares. If you put in the hard work.
I mean, how old is she? Isn't she
24.
like yeah, she's like pretty young too.
That's true.
Also, to me,
and still new to fame, really.
Yeah,
she's only been
very
out here
new.
for what, a year and a half, 2 years?
from New York, so
2
like
years.
she's gonna say how she feels, like. But to me, I mean, I think Julian, you mentioned to me that she lost weight. And I remember like looking, and I felt like, oh yeah, I could see it, but to me it doesn't look like Ozempic weight loss. Like it doesn't look that incredibly like drastic.
It doesn't look drastic, but I've seen too many people use Ozempic that, or at least have caught the allegations of Ozempic, and they got that same looking like big head look and then small body.
But she always had that. She has a round head, and then she has
when
like
the ass was big, her head did not look big.
Yes, it did. Go back.
I would have to go back. I would have to go back and
You were just focused on the ass, I guess.
Too much.
Maybe. maybe too focused on it. I don't know. But I just think, you know, it is what it is. If it wasn't true, why bother even responding to it? But I also get the pressure. Like, everybody's been talking about it. Mama Graham says she's very young. It's easy to lose weight when you're young.
That too.
I mean, didn't you just say that a couple weeks ago, how it's harder being older?
Oh, for sure. But I mean, if she's doing what she says she's doing, working out, eating healthy, she's on tour, maybe she is losing weight. I mean, listen, regardless, she looks good.
She looks good. I mean, I saw she posted a pic like a few weeks ago of her ass print with sweat on the bench, and I was like, that's real.
Oh. Don't you love to see it? Don't you love to see it?
So shout out to Ice Spice putting in that hard work.
Funny.
You know, I mean, it is interesting because we have seen so many celebrities just lose weight. We talked about Oprah. We talked about like Christina Aguilera, Kelly Clarkson, like all these people.
Busta Rhymes,
yes.
Lil Rel.
Lil Rel now. He's
probably Lil Terrio too. Remember his little fat?
What happened?
Oh
to him,
shit!
bro?
I forgot about him.
Bro, it's crazy. I heard your boy Jason Kelce lost some weight.
Oh yeah, he doesn't have to keep up with being center anymore.
Yeah,
he lost like 30 pounds, something like that.
Wow.
Isn't he taking what's his name's spot?
RG3?
Yeah.
Is that who's taking his spot?
That's a rumor, at least. I don't know if that's confirmed, but I know that's a rumor.
No, it's true. ESPN
it is true.
won the bidding war for Jason.
I would go for Jason instead of RG3 too. RG3 was so corny and weird. Like,
I mean, honestly, he was a meme to me. Having a meme isn't always, a bad thing.
He was, but
if you wanted to be a serious show, then sure. But I don't know. I don't watch that show, so
I don't think Jason Kelce's serious at all.
I don't know anything about him outside of him like playing football. I don't really hear him talk.
He has a podcast with his brother. This is what their second or third year that they're about to go on to right now. They do like a whole bunch of external events with massive crowds because of their podcast. A lot of people listen to it.
Okay.
But Travis, who you would think is less serious, Jason's way funner than Travis.
Okay, got it. Well, then they probably want to bring his following to the show too if he has a big following. So I don't think does RG3 have a podcast?
I don't know what RG3 is doing, but that is another one of our topics. But we can
Marrying
jump right
white women.
We can jump right into it, man.
Your mom is white.
Absolutely. Shout out to mom too. Shout out to mom. She left me a voicemail while we were live before.
Oh, really?
Yeah, she did. I knew they were going to get back to me. I called them on the way down. But anyway.
Gotcha. Yeah, man. RG3, he got fired on his day off.
He did.
He got let go of his job in ESPN. They said they were paying him 7 figures. We talked last year about the ESPN layoffs, and if he's making that much, what did he say? Oh my God! What did he say that was hilarious on that game day coverage?
It was a pause-worthy moment, wasn't it?
he said jigaboo.
Jigaboo.
He did say jigaboo. See, and that right there is why they fired him.
That's hilarious.
You cannot have somebody saying jigaboo, whether he's black or not. You cannot say jigaboo.
Yeah, sure, but it's hilarious.
Hold on.
People said that Jalen Hurts couldn't get it done. He couldn't operate from the pocket. He's not the quarterback of the future. I think he proved all those jigaboos wrong.
That's crazy.
He was so sincere.
And why was that about my quarterback? Of all people. He's over here talking about how good Jalen Hurts is playing, and then he says jigaboo.
He's supporting him. He was calling everyone a jigaboo.
Have you ever heard anyone say that?
He's just out of touch. He didn't mean any harm.
Yes, man. He was in touch with this croissant in Paris. He was at the Olympics with his wife, deep-throating a croissant, Paris style.
Imagine...
Do you see that picture?
Your last... Here. I took the wife out of the picture, but there it is.
Oh, yeah. I saw that.
So imagine your last viral moment before you get fired being you throating a croissant. That's nuts.
Bro, who likes
croissants? And this is what I'm
much?
talking about. Like, he had viral moment. I love croissants, but not that much. that is a foot-long croissant.
Yeah, you don't post that on social media. Even if you do like croissants that much, like, keep that to yourself. Yeah. We don't need to see that.
Oh, my God.
Bro, he was even supporting the balls of the croissant. It was crazy.
I am Cincinnati man
he knew
said...
what he was, wait.
He said, didn't he say there was an orgy in the end zone?
Did he say that? Damn.
He deserves
a raise.
He said that? Oh, my God.
He deserves
Washington Redskins quarterback Robert Griffith III,
I had to play
RG3,
this.
gets plenty of media buzz.
Oh, man. This is Rob Parker back in the day talking
really
about RG3.
like the guy you really want to hang out with because he's off to something. We all know he has a white fiance, and there was all this talk about he's a Republican, which there's no information at all. I'm just trying to dig deeper.
What do RG3's braids say to you?
Now that's different because to me that's very urban and makes you feel like I think he would have a clean cut if he was more straight lace or not. Like wearing braids is.
What do his braids say to you? They don't say anything.
Oh my God!
Wait, what year was that?
2012.
Just a straight, honest question: is he, or is he a cornball brother?
What does that mean?
Yeah, explain that.
I forgot about that.
Damn.
What does that mean?
This is bad.
I forgot about that.
I feel bad for RG3. He's just trying his best. What did his braids say to you?
Is he a cornball brother?
2012 was different, man.
Wait, who said that again?
Skip Bayless. Rob Parker said that.
Yeah, okay.
He got fired from ESPN after that.
That's
shit.
right. That's right.
But Skip fed right into that. He was like, I need to know more. Is he a brother or cornball brother? RG3, hope he gets some work soon, man. Shout out to him.
They gonna take him over on Fox?
You think so?
Oh hell yeah! They can't wait for a black
sure.
man that's gonna call other guys nigga on camera.
He did not do that. Let's be clear.
Watch this season. He's gonna be like, look at him shucking and jiving in the end zone.
Oh my god.
He's gonna be. I'm telling you, he's gonna have more of this.
Listen, we'll see. Do you think he was at Fanatics Fest in New York because everybody else was there? Maybe he can find a job there, man.
I don't know. I think his best friend is his father-in-law. Like I don't know what's going on.
Who's his father-in-law?
I'm just talking shit.
Oh, I'm like, fuck? Man, they have Fanatics Fest in New York City, man. Michael Rubin, he throws the all-white party. We talked about seeing Drake look real sad on Ozempic there earlier this year. But yeah, they also, I think this is the first Fanatics Fest where they brought all the old athletes. Tom Brady was there. They did a live podcast. Lil Wayne was there. Jalen Brunson, Josh
It was a
Hart.
big deal.
AI.
It really was. I was impressed. I didn't think it was going to be that big of an event.
Me too. I'm so sad. We didn't get to go.
Yeah, right?
Yeah,
Insane.
next year.
And
Next
on a
year.
Friday during the day, that's like so easy to just pull off. Like,
Yeah, it's the first one. It seemed like a lot of fun there. But Michael Rubin, he was doing a press tour. He went on the Breakfast Club before Fanatics Fest to promote, and he's good friends with Meek Mill, and Lil Baby, and a lot of people went viral. 50 Cent was making fun of, I think, this picture of Lil Baby last year on stage, and he was being hugged from behind by Kyle Kuzma, and Michael Rubin had some choice words about that and the black community's response. Do we have a clip of this? No?
No, we don't have a clip of this one.
Nah, man. Let me see if I can pull it up. But yeah, Michael Rubin, he pretty much was defending Lil Baby and Meek Mill against the backlash from his parties.
Yeah.
And was critical on black culture. Now, like, I thought his comments were obviously ridiculous. Nobody wants to hear some rich white billionaire comment on the black community. I mean,
right.
especially on the Breakfast Club. But let me find his this clip.
It just doesn't make sense, and it's the irony that he's Jewish. Say something about Israel and Palestine.
Do you because so the business relationships come out of it, it's good vibes, but like when you see stuff online, like Drake was there this year and everybody was like, oh, they weren't allowed to play Not Like Us. Like, does that stuff bother you? And was that even true?
It was true. And look, for me, I'm always, I just don't think, Drake's my friend for a long time. I'm not going to invite him and then have, he's obviously going through, he's going through a little bit of battle right now. I'm not going to have him come here and
be in battle mode.
I just didn't think it was appropriate. So I just sent a note. I said, hey, let's not play.
Let me see if I got the Meek part.
Oh man, yeah.
Look, you got. If there's one thing, somebody just said something to me on social media. You got to be built for social media. You got to be tough.
For real.
You got to take shit from people. One of the things people don't understand about my personality, I actually like the abuse. I actually it doesn't bother me at all. Look, Drake is an iconic artist that we all have.
Talk about Drake, but he's defending all his rapper friends, all his rappers' friends. He says, he was talking about the backlash of Meek, and he says, because Meek was very close to Diddy.
Yeah.
So he says, Meek doesn't have one gay bone in his body. Pause.
That's crazy.
And he said, even if he did, it's 2024, and who the hell cares? And he also was talking about, so he acknowledged that he's white, but from his point of view, he says black culture seems to celebrate black people putting each other down, and Meek and Babies are simply victims in what he sees in a cycle of self-hate. I don't think he's doing them any fucking favors speaking out and taking up for his buddies. This is just another rich white guy who's paying for his black friends to look cool. And now he feels like he's on a black platform and he has to defend them. What do you think about him saying Meek has no gay bones in his body?
Listen, I think the Breakfast Club, they got exactly what the fuck they wanted when they brought him up there. Because this is crazy. Why are you even speaking on this? You're the CEO of a company. You're worth like $15 billion. Why is this what you're talking about on the Breakfast Club?
CEO of what company? Actually,
Fanatics.
Yeah. Oh, that's right. Yeah. Oh, that was his shit?
Yes.
Oh,
ew.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Oh.
That's why, like, this whole thing is surprising to me with the all-white party and the people that he's able to get there. Like, I get that you run Fanatics. I get that you're, like, a billionaire philanthropist. But, like, you can just buy anybody now to get them to your party? Like, what stake does he have in the, like, athlete culture?
Hollywood's a weird place.
Like, in music culture, entertainment. I don't know.
Yeah,
I don't know.
It's crazy.
I didn't know that was his shit. Now I feel good that I didn't go, but it still looked like a lot of fun. He's annoying. He rubs me the wrong way. I just don't like him. I don't like his face.
I don't like his face either.
He gets way too much Botox, first of all. Or I guess he got a crazy facelift, maybe, but...
Maybe both.
Yeah.
But yeah, it is weird him speaking on black culture, on the Breakfast Club. But he's a billionaire. He lives in a bubble. He thinks, I'm friends with Drake and Meek. So
too comfortable.
Friends.
Well, yeah.
Yeah, too comfortable. And the Breakfast Club did a good job of making him feel very comfortable. And I don't know, to your point, like, I don't know if they were doing that because they just wanted good content, or I don't know. Like with Charlamagne, I don't know which way it's going. Like, I don't know if he's just like just trying to get his content, or I don't know if like he really supports what that person is saying. But that's
I don't know either.
there.
I mean, I think that's also the sign of a good interviewer.
No, I'm not knocking anything. Yeah. I'm just saying, like, he was made to feel very comfortable. He was given a space to literally just because like he started out, and then Charlamagne like kind of was like egged him on, and then he just took it and ran with it.
Yeah. He will feed into it in a second. But I that's why sometimes for Charlamagne's interviews and the way he runs them, because to me, he really does run the interviews when it comes to those visitors and stuff. I think he does a really good job. Because I want to hear how they really feel about some shit. Like Slip Up.
Well, he had to run to Twitter to apologize, man.
Yes,
Michael Rubin said, I got a phone call from one of the people I have the most respect for in the world. They told me, while they appreciate my intention, it's not my place to speak on black culture. I get it and really appreciate the input. My intention was to say how important it is that we need to uplift each other, stop hate on each other, and push each other to win, and always root for each other's success. My bad, much love, and appreciate the feedback. So,
fuck out of here.
Which one of his friends you think called him? You think it was?
I think he got a few calls.
Yeah, probably.
I think he got a few.
Yeah, that's a good point. Probably.
Yeah. Because I think, people just get too comfortable.
Yeah, way too comfortable. And, it's funny he's speaking on the black community, and you mentioned him not speaking on Israel. And, what's worse, black people making jokes on Twitter or bombing children? I don't know, guys. You tell us.
Yeah, use those billions of dollars to help out with that situation. And
they'll
stop
help
this
out.
from doing.
They'll help the bombing if they want. No, 100%. But yeah, speaking of bombing, Jennifer Lopez and Ben Affleck, their marriage is officially bombed.
Hit the violins. Hit the violins one time for him.
Who would have thunk J.Lo and Ben are
Who would have?
If we could have bet on that, oh my God. If there was betting for like public relationships, that would be my thing.
That's a great idea. That's $1 billion idea.
Hey, if you're watching this, don't steal my fucking idea.
Yeah,
don't
you're right.
steal my idea. You're right. But isn't a lot of stuff rigged? But anyway, I don't want to get too sidetracked.
Conspiracy. Yes, our favorite couple. We have a few favorite couples, but this is probably one of our favorites. J.Lo and Ben are done. Jennifer Lopez, she filed for divorce officially, but even before then, it's Leo season. It's the last day of Leo season. We go into Virgo tomorrow, actually in a few hours, but they're both Leos. And on Ben Affleck's birthday, J.Lo went out of her way to post some throwback pictures of herself on her birthday, which is like the most Leo thing you could do, I feel like.
Oh, man.
So things obviously weren't going well.
She did that for the people.
You think so?
Yes.
And for herself.
Yeah, she's trying to set up the next gig.
Yeah, but a few days later, on their 2-year wedding anniversary, she filed for a divorce, and sources close say she was intentional about that. They say Jennifer said she was tired of being humiliated by Ben, and she waited until their 2-year anniversary because she wanted it to sting.
You know how crazy that is.
How did he humiliate her? By not staying with her? Because he didn't. No, I'm serious. He didn't. He didn't. To my knowledge, he didn't say or do anything.
The sources say that Lopez is furious and humiliated since Affleck was the one who initiated getting back together, and that he's holding off for filing for divorce to spare her more embarrassment.
I believe all of that.
I believe it too. So he let her be the one.
I believe all of that.
Yes.
But isn't that? I think that's doing her a favor, letting her be the one to file.
He was being chivalrous.
Yeah, to me, look. If I'm married and I want to stay in the marriage and then privately you break up with me, if you say publicly you could break up with me, I'd be like, thanks, good looks, I'm gonna do that.
Yeah, she owned it. She tried to do it. She did it on their 2-year anniversary.
Yeah.
I think he's been waiting. He didn't want to be the person to do it, clearly.
Yeah.
I mean, he moved out. She said they separated back in April or something. So this has been, in process.
Yeah.
But no prenup. No prenup.
Man, that shocked me.
I understand. Right? She should have known he was a fuckboy, though. She should have known.
Why
that.
are you calling him a fuckboy?
I love Ben Affleck. I'm not. I love him.
How is he the fuckboy?
He's from Boston. That's number one.
She did everything in that relationship that he hated.
Y'all saw that video.
He came out and said he hated all this shit that she's doing, and she did it.
Right before. No, I agree. I'm not even a J.Lo fan. I'm not.
Why is Ben Affleck a fuckboy to you?
So he's from Boston. Two. Right before he got with J.Lo, remember that girl went viral temporarily for
man on Raya? That's
on
messed
Raya.
up, man. He was trying his best. He was rusty out the game. He's recently divorced.
But he got with J.Lo very quickly after that. So I was surprised by that. I was like, oh wow, he was very single. J.Lo's freshly single. I knew when they got back together, I was like, they're not gonna last. I'm not calling him a fuckboy as in he's not worthy of love. I'm just saying she should have known, girl, it's not gonna last.
Why is he a fuckboy though? Just because it didn't last?
Okay,
that's not what a fuckboy
I love Ben Affleck.
That's another word that gets thrown on way too much along with narcissists.
Oh my God, there's nothing wrong with being called a fuckboy. It's not that deep.
It is. It
is
that deep.
It's really not.
It's not a compliment.
No, calling someone a creep is deep.
No,
that's
calling
deep.
someone a fuckboy.
That's the same thing practically.
No, it is not the same thing.
You can't say what's offensive to other people.
I've been called a fuck girl. I don't care.
How you call Ben Affleck the fuckboy in this situation with J.Lo when she's the one who this is her 4th divorce?
We can J.Lo is a fuck girl. We could get to J.Lo. You started with J.Lo's perspective.
She's
so I'm
got
saying
a whole history.
I understand. But if she's saying
whole history?
She's saying he's the one.
You heard me. You said it right. No, listen, I think that she's got a history of this. And he said he hated all this media shit.
Right.
And she spent the first 2 years doing all this media shit.
Yeah.
You think that's not going to drive him crazy?
I agree. We could get to that part. We started with J.Lo. Both of them are ridiculous. Both of them are ridiculous. She should have known. She should have known he's the same person. It's not going to change. He should have known the same thing. It's J.Lo. What, you think you're going to get back with her and she's going to be this totally brand new person that you've never known before? No, it's going to be the same shit. You guys are the same people.
Yeah.
That's what I'm saying. They both just got caught up in whatever. They shouldn't have gotten fucking married with no prenup. That's ridiculous.
Yeah. No, you're right, because they say in total Lopez has been married 4 times. They got caught, and the source said they got caught up in the moment. Jennifer had wanted this wedding, the gowns, the friends, all the trappings and trimmings for decades. So she wanted the celebration. She wanted the party.
Of course.
And he was the guy who was the rebound after A-Rod, who obviously was intentional, and they obviously were feeding off of whatever fantasies they had about their past engagement 20 years ago. And I think you're right. I think they both got caught up in it. No prenup is interesting. I know they had built a house together. What happens from here? Do you think that either one of them tries to get money from each other? Because they were barely together.
I don't think so.
I would say just to make it a clean split. For what? For what? It's already been messy.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So, and that's all of this year. The rumors came out end of last year that they were not doing well. They lasted a fucking year.
Yeah.
Like,
yeah.
Just make a clean break.
Do you think that he saw her dress before they got married? Could this be bad luck?
I don't know. I hope not. I hope not. But regardless, they did not have. It wasn't gonna work for them.
Yeah.
Like, come on, let's be real.
Yeah.
Let's be real. I mean, it's nice that they tried.
Nah, that's stupid.
I'm sure it was a fun 5
They could have tried without
celebrations.
getting married. Like they could have just tried on the low, but you know.
Nah, they don't do it. Well, she don't do nothing.
Yeah, she
on
don't
the
do
low.
it. Yeah,
No.
yeah, it's very
No,
true.
She can't. That's,
I think
that's
it'll
not
be
who
a clean
she is.
split, though. I agree with you.
It needs
like,
to be.
Watch,
I think it will be.
She
because
gonna do a
they-
run of her
I mean,
greatest
she's
hits.
been doing a lot of stupid Netflix movies. I'm sure she's getting money from
Yeah,
that.
that-
He has his.
Well, they both have
He's
a lot
been
of
working
money.
on shit. Yeah, they.
She
I,
has more,
I
I'm
know.
sure.
I
She
know.
does.
He probably is like. I think they both just like.
I think she's
wanna
got like
just
twice as
be,
much as
be
him.
done
And
as fast
if I
as
was
possible.
her, I would just.
We
let-
don't. Yeah. Let us know, guys. Who's to blame, J.Lo or Ben, or both of them? Are you surprised that they didn't last? Is anyone out there upset about this? Let us know. And like this video, share it out. Follow, subscribe, all that jazz.
Yeah, definitely. But thoughts and prayers.
Thoughts and prayers.
They're good. They don't need thoughts or prayers.
Yeah, but
Not
I
in that
mean,
regard.
Yeah,
I will say it sucks for her kids.
Why
No,
you
it
say that?
doesn't. What you
I think
mean?
it does.
That's not their father.
No, but I don't think from that perspective. But 3 years with this guy around, like you would think
They're
that they're trying
teenagers,
to.
right?
Yeah,
They got a dad.
that's what.
Yeah.
That's why I think it might be weird.
Nah, you're forgetting. He mentioned A-Rod. They dealt with A-Rod. I think A-Rod.
But that's what I'm saying.
You
like
feel
it's
bad?
like
That's so
all these
cool.
guys just keep.
He's
they
hot-
got the cool guys.
he's
They got
hot-
legends coming in the house.
What you mean? They're
Oh, y'all
having a
looking at it
great
from that.
experience. Are you kidding me?
Hang out
I'm
with
looking at them
A-Rod.
like
Hell
normal
yeah.
people. You're like, nah, that's still Ben
That's
Affleck.
great
That's still
experience.
A-Rod,
It's great
yeah.
experiences.
Kim
These kids are
Kardashian
fine.
said that her
Okay.
kids are trying to hook her up with athletes all the time. They're always
Mm-hmm.
like, date these athletes. So kids may want that.
Yeah.
You never know.
It's a cool experience. It's like,
I
oh,
mean, that's kind of what she's relegated herself to. It has to be entertainment or athletes.
that's all these kids know. Also, you have to think about that.
That's true.
So it's all normal.
But I mean, just from like a monetary, unless she finds like some fucking oil oligarch or some shit, like,
Or unless
who's-
J-Lo wants a young guy, she can hit me up.
she did that already, but yeah, she might go back to that.
I mean, you can go back. She goes
Yeah,
back. She's
yeah.
not afraid to go back. J-Lo, hit me up. Let me know. I would take. I'd be down for that 100%.
yeah, I feel like J-Lo doesn't really have like a type. Like she's dated all types of people. She's dated her backup dancers.
He's got to be around her at the
and-
right time.
Yeah, exactly. No, serious.
It's all about timing, baby. All about timing.
For real.
You miss 1,000 of the shots that you don't take.
Shout out to J-Lo and Ben. Wishing them the best. I don't think anyone's really surprised. I think it is good that they finalized. Well, not finalized. They filed for divorce, and hopefully they work it out.
Yeah.
Yeah, one thing that's crazy, man. Matthew Perry, he played Chandler on Friends. He died of a ketamine overdose.
Yeah.
And now they arrested 5 people in connection for a drug investigation of the people who distributed the ketamine to Matthew Perry. They say 5 people have been charged in connection with the ketamine death of Friends star Matthew Perry. Federal officers in LA announced Thursday 2 of the defendants, including a doctor and a woman reportedly known as the Ketamine Queen. That's a dope ass nickname. Like, I'm sorry. Like, you got like, if you have a nickname like the Ketamine Queen, you kind of asking to be arrested at some point, right?
Yeah, for sure.
I mean, she's only missing 1 K, and then it's KKK.
Queen.
Okay.
Oh my! Are you on ketamine right now?
No, I'm not. I'm just saying, like, there's a lot of K's going on right here.
The first time I remember hearing about someone getting arrested for an overdose was when, oh man, what's his name? Michael
I know who
K.
you're talking
Williams
about, yeah.
died of fentanyl overdose
Yeah.
a couple years ago. So I guess this is a new thing, but this is a federal case. Were you surprised when you heard about this news? Because I was, that they actually arrested 5 people in connection, even his assistant. That's crazy.
I wasn't super surprised. Because I read the story, like the whole story on TMZ.
When it happened, or
No, not when it happened. Like when after the charges.
Okay.
Yeah, because I didn't. When it happened, I did think it was like really weird though. But then I understood I didn't know anything about his background, honestly, until he died.
What was in his background?
Like that he struggled with drugs and
Gotcha.
depression and all this stuff for years. I had no idea.
I mean, I think the other person I think of is Mac Miller. This is
Yeah.
another similar case where the person that sold him the drugs, he got like 20 years.
Oh yeah, I remember
Yeah.
that. That's true.
Yeah.
Is it only celebrities, you think?
Maybe,
I mean,
probably.
Yeah.
maybe that we hear about, but I feel like it also has to take like a lot of time to find these people.
Yeah.
Well, going back to what he said, if your nickname is fucking Ketamine Queen, then it really doesn't take that much fucking time.
Was that her Instagram name? Let us know. Oh,
No, that was the website link. That's her link tree.
Oh my
Ketamine
god.
Queen.
Probably.
But yeah, the people that got arrested, it was his assistant, which I don't know how I feel about that being an assistant
I
myself.
know, you're just doing
like
what
he's
you're
doing his
told.
fucking job, and I don't know. Assistant, the Ketamine Queen, who was one source,
And some
and
middleman.
then two like physicians that like worked for it's the government. One of the I think so. Do you have that note in there?
No,
I think they work for the government. I promise.
Yeah.
But that
I
like
don't see where they were.
so, and then one other person that was like the go-between between Ketamine Queen and him. So that's all like 5 of the people.
Jeez.
I think yeah, the least like the assistant, he shouldn't get that much time. I don't think that's fair. He was doing his fucking job. Like he wasn't benefiting from fucking selling this shit.
Well,
As far as I know, he
the
was
actor's
sticking-
assistant, but they took a plea, so
They did.
they
but-
probably took a plea. They're probably not going to do time, and they probably, pointed them to the Ketamine
Yeah.
Queen.
So what
Yeah.
they're saying happened is that that morning his assistant administered a shot of ketamine to the actor around 8:30. So
Yeah.
3 hours later, 12:45, Perry was like, "Yo, give me another injection." And then 40 minutes after that, he asked for another one, saying, "Shoot me with a big one." And then he did it. The third injection, the guy was near Matthew Perry was near the jacuzzi. He left him to run home. And
He
then
drowned,
He
right?
drowned in the jacuzzi.
Because
And
someone
he
just told me
yeah.
you can't really OD off ketamine.
Yeah, he drowned. That's what happened. Yeah. He
yeah.
fell asleep in the water. And, yeah.
Damn. Well, thoughts and prayers. I don't
Yeah,
even know
that
what
was
else to
just
say.
fucking dumb.
Sad.
That was
Sad.
crazy.
Yeah, sad's the right word.
Yeah, sad. Man, yeah. Another sad story, man. Mike Tyson, he's back.
Oh my gosh.
This fight better not fucking happen.
November, man.
It's
Jake
gonna
Paul.
happen.
I
Mike
better
Tyson.
not. I'm gonna be pissed the
I
fuck
just caught
off.
a shiver. Like, yeah, it's gonna happen, and it's gonna be bad.
And you realize it's gonna be right after the election. So depending on which way this election goes, I don't know if I'm gonna be able to handle it.
Thanksgiving's gonna be fun this year, guys. Can't wait. Especially if you're in an interracial relationship. Oh man, I want to go to those Thanksgivings.
That's a great reality show.
For real, interracial Thanksgiving. Too many great ideas here today.
That's funny.
Oh man, but yeah, man, they already started the media tour. The press conference.
Yes.
Mike Tyson, man, he upped the ante. If anyone was questioning his health, man, he said, "Fuck that, I'm pushing Jake Paul."
Yeah,
On
he-
stage.
He pushed him, and it just. Jake Paul did not move very far. He didn't move very far, and he looked bigger than Mike. Obviously, they've got like 25-year age difference. Like 20-year age. I just
more than that.
Yeah, he's
I
like
just
60,
don't,
right?
Yeah.
Might be a
he's
35.
up there. He's up there.
Yeah.
Like I just
Yeah.
don't. I know, like the bag is probably going to be great. He's probably going to make a lot of money.
It's Netflix. It's their live event. Their first live sports event that I'm aware of.
Yeah, but I just I don't want to see a legend like this get treated like this. In the press conference, he was talking crazy to Mike. He was
really?
I'm
disrespectful.
sure I haven't watched because I can't.
Yeah, we'll see. I was surprised when I saw that this fight was going on because Mike Tyson had a medical emergency over the summer
Right.
on a plane. He's 60 years old now, and this is something that was supposed to happen in July. They postponed it. Jake Paul had another fight against Mike Perry, who's a bare knuckle fighter. He won that. So then Netflix, they said, okay, we're moving this to November. Let us know, guys. You guys got to watch the Jake Paul, Mike Tyson fight. That's something we should talk to the streets about. We're going to be hitting up the boardwalk in Asbury Park.
That's a great question.
Yeah. I just oh man, I hope Mike can at least last through the fight.
Yeah.
Yeah.
You think he will, or you
Force
think
it to the cards? I don't want to see him get knocked out. Yeah, that's gonna be fucking devastating.
I will
really
hunt Jake Paul down if that happens.
Like I just don't want to see Mike Tyson at 60 years old get knocked
That's
out.
bullshit.
Like,
It's ridiculous. Like it shouldn't even. That happens. That's
Yeah.
fucking ridiculous.
Yeah.
Like what are we? I hope the fight doesn't happen.
Yeah.
I will not be watching that shit. I don't care.
I'll watch it. I don't give a fuck, especially if it's free on Netflix.
Oh my god.
Sign me up. Yeah, it was bad enough to see Israel Adesanya lose to the King of Africa,
It was.
DDP, over the weekend.
It really was.
The whole
It really
bar was upset except for that one table of preppy white dudes who were celebrating and yelling. Everyone else was like, all right, time to go.
Yeah.
Shout out to Izzy.
I mean, listen, Jake Paul, he was disrespectful to Mike. I don't want to see Mike lose. I mean, he threw shade at New York too.
Yeah,
Because
it was in New York, right?
today.
Didn't
He was talking crazy. He was like, Mike, 20 years ago, maybe you were good. New York, you the same fucking way. 20 years ago, you was doing some shit.
Where is he from?
Ohio. He's from Cleveland, Ohio.
Oh, stop.
JD Vance. JD Vance.
Stop it.
Same shit.
There's something in the water
fuck
there.
is in Ohio?
There's something
Shut
in the
up.
water there.
Yeah.
Fucking Ohio. Get the fuck out of here. It's ridiculous.
But
That's so funny.
Bisping, he had a lot to say. He was not happy with Jake Paul. He said, "You are a joke. You are a disgrace to the combat world.
Ooh.
You're an imposter. You're a wannabe. You're a fake. Challenge yourself, you pathetic man. You pathetic individual.
Damn.
Fighting is about challenging yourself. Granted, business. Killing it in that regard. But don't give me this fighter bullshit. That's what gets on my nerves. The man is almost 60. He's almost a pensioner. Mike Tyson was a terrifying individual. To go up against that man in his prime, Jesus Christ, he was one of the scariest people to ever see combat sports.
Sad.
He was a straight killer. Again, the key word.
Yeah, we'll see. I hope Mike Tyson wins, but he's old as shit.
It makes no fucking sense.
I mean, Jake Paul's been fighting old guys for a while. That's just kind of what he does. He's been beating up old legends,
Old guys
getting
that
paid.
don't even most of them don't even box.
Yeah, but hey, they're getting paid. A lot of UFC fighters don't get paid. You know, Mike Tyson's made a lot of money.
I get it.
But
I mean,
this is different money. Netflix money.
I have to imagine for some of these UFC fighters, especially, like you get an offer for $10, $20 million when you've been making like $250K for a fight. Like I can imagine that this
Life changing.
Yeah, it's a no brainer,
bro. That's how if you making $250K, right? How many? What's that? 40 fights to get to 10 million. One night. That's insane, dude. So yes, I'm gonna take that money and change my life. But yeah, we'll see. Let us know, guys. Will you be tuning in November? I think Jake Paul's been very disrespectful. But that's a part of the game. That's part of the fight game.
He has.
I don't know if it's a part of, the Olympics, but Noah Lyles, he was talking shit about the NBA players. They took it personal.
Yeah, he's been going crazy about NBA, about NFL. Like he's been attacking a lot of people. He's very outspoken.
I actually like Noah Lyles, and I was rooting for him. I think it's so dumb for people to be petty and root against an American during the Olympics when you're American because you're an NBA fan. But hey, it was fun. But he was on one of your favorite shows, man, with Ocho Cinco and Shannon Sharp.
The legend. Let's take a listen to what they had to say, but it was interesting.
Oh, hold on. I got it.
All right.
Ready?
Yep.
We forgot it. Tyreek say he wants some of you, Noah. I can't believe you know who Tyreek is. Don't do that, Noah. You know who Tyreek is.
I'm gonna be honest, I forget his name all the time. I'm gonna be honest. It's not about track and it ain't about League of Legends. I got what I say.
He said come get some.
Hey, I'm gonna put it like this. Tyreek is just chasing Clout. The man, anytime somebody fast comes up, he says he wants to race him. If he really wanted to race people, he would have showed up like DK met. And the man raced in the 60 meters this year in the Masters division. The man dodges smoke. I don't got time for that.
Damn.
Ricky
calling you out.
You know what? Let's get a couple. Hey, let's see if we can get some sponsors. Would you be willing to race Rick in a 60 or 100 if we got some sponsors to put some money up?
You got to do 60.
100. We can race. If he's serious about it. If he's truly serious about it. I'm not talking about you just talking on the internet and you ain't actually coming to me and talking to my agent and saying let's set something up. You are seriously about it. You'll see me on the track.
Oof.
The 100, but we'll see. Tyreek Hill of the Miami Dolphins, he's probably the fastest man in the NFL.
Yeah.
He also is the fastest father.
I was going to say that.
You think they're really going to race?
Cut and lose. They might for charity money or something like that.
It's not going to be for charity the way he's talking.
Yeah, I would love to see that.
Now with that many kids, Tyreek Hill not doing shit for charity.
No, exactly. He got his own little charity.
Damn.
The Nick Cannon Foundation having 12 kids.
They should all come together. All the guys that got like 12 plus kids. You know what? 10 plus.
Okay.
That way it's at least double digits. They should all create like some big organization. That would be sick.
What for what?
Because they could build like a whole town.
They could
create a whole town by themselves.
Of their baby moms, like Baby Momville.
Oh, that'd be dope. Yeah.
Would you go to Baby Momville?
No, I don't.
No? She a baby mom?
I don't want to be a baby mom.
That sounds like a Skip Bayless question.
No, I don't want to go to Baby Momville.
That's a good callback. That was good. Oh man. Listen.
I do
Tyreek, his next contract is going to be like $200 million. I mean, I'm just saying.
I thought he was retiring. What happened?
Is it that high?
No, he's getting another contract.
NFL players? I don't know what it is anymore.
Now for wide receivers.
For the stars?
Justin Jefferson just got $200 million, wasn't it, Troy?
Yeah. Oh, okay.
Damn.
Damn, Jalen Brunson's making less than the NFL players?
Some NFL players, yes.
Fuck.
He took that pay cut.
Because he's the Messiah. Because he's the Messiah.
It's all good.
That is blasphemy.
Jesus is cool with it.
100%. Yes.
He's like, that's me. That's.
Oh my God.
Shout out to Jalen Brunson and the Knicks. Can't wait for this next season.
Jenna here today.
Man, I'm so. She got. Look at her shirt.
I know.
Hell yeah! So I hope that they race. Who you think? Who think's gonna win? Do you think Tyreek Hill has a chance?
No.
Against Noah Lyles.
I don't.
In the 60, because I feel like the 100, of course not. He's the fastest man in the world. But the 60, I think Tyreek has a shot.
Yeah, for sure. Because from what I saw, Noah didn't really pick it up until the end in the 100. But if they do 100, no. 60, maybe.
Brian, you shaking your head?
No.
Not
Noah
at all.
Lyles is fast.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Like he's really fast. Yeah. Like I get it. Tyreek is the fastest in the NFL, but if you were able to be fast enough to be on the Olympic stage, then you're faster than anybody in the NFL. I'm sorry.
Yeah. I mean, I would love to see the race. Maybe maybe throw a horse in there too. Fuck it. Like, see if I can beat the horse.
Horses are boring. The horse portion of the Olympics was so trash. I don't know if y'all tried to watch it.
No.
I attempted to. No, It was like a horse in like a maze kind of thing.
What the fuck?
Yeah, they jump around.
Yeah, that shit was so boring. It was so trash.
Really? I think it's so sick.
Really? You watched it?
Oh, yeah.
It was garbage.
I gave it like an hour or two.
That's a long time.
What the fuck? I gave it 10 minutes.
But see, for something like that, I'm not only watching that. I'm like doing my day-to-day job and then like, taking a look for a few minutes.
Nah, I turned that shit off. There was too many other things going on during that event.
Yeah.
Olympics, swimming, track.
She said Olympics
tennis.
like that wasn't part of the Olympics.
I meant gymnastics. I meant gymnastics.
My laundry.
When I think Olympics,
my dishes.
To me, no, it was like, no, fuck those horses. Fuck those horses.
No, I feel like a lot of like the slower ones are more interesting to me because sometimes they take a lot more like technical work. Like to ride a horse so that it can jump not only one fucking fence, but there's another fence right behind it, so it has to jump far.
Does the horse get the medal or the person?
The horse should. That's what I'm saying.
Yeah, that's what
the horse is doing most of the fucking work.
Well, the horse is recognized for like the fact that it won the thing, so they get sent out to stud. Like
I don't care.
They need a medal.
No, there's a lot of money in horses. Like a real like horse that could race or like do something like that. That's like $200,000.
They don't give a fuck about money. They want. What does a horse need? Like we need to give these horses something to grill.
Listen, after they retire, they just have sex. That's all they do.
How did we get here? I'm sorry.
Your fault.
This is my fault. I'm
It's
sorry.
all good. There's a lot of
fun.
There's a lot of different sports in the Olympics, man. One is badminton.
Badminton. That shit was impressive.
It's just fun. I love badminton. And this one, you were talking about the race between China and the U.S. All throughout the Olympics, they tied with 40 gold medals apiece. But one of China's gold medals came from badminton.
Wow.
And Olympian Liu Yuchen, he proposed to his girlfriend and fellow Chinese badminton player Hong Yeong. I think it's how you pronounce it. After she scored a gold medal at the Paris Olympics back last month. But a lot of people were upset about this online. The video of the proposal, he proudly displayed, her glittering. She proudly displayed her gold medal around her neck while he knelt on the ground and popped a question asking, "I'll love you forever. Will you marry me?" They kissed and they posed for pictures and the crowd cheered. It was a great moment, but
beautiful.
People on the internet were upset. They were like, if my boyfriend ever did this, I'm sucker punching him and getting on the podium. Proposing to me after I win gold, baby, you'll never hear from me again. Had to make it about you. Men will always want the spotlight. That's her moment. Then comes a man.
Yo,
but it's still her moment.
How hurt are these people?
But also, he's a fellow Olympian.
No, he's a fellow Olympian. She just won gold. She's on the biggest stage of her life, and this man decides to give her a ring that he just paid mad money for. Like, how is that stealing the spotlight from her?
Was this on Twitter?
I'm not sure. I'm not sure of where.
I feel like that's some Twitter shit because I don't.
No, some of them were Twitter. Some of them were Twitter.
It was
for me now. If I'm an Olympian and I have a regular boyfriend that comes and fucking then I could see that a little bit. Like, bro, you just trying to. But it's like if he's also an Olympian and it's just like, to me, it's. I don't know.
Did you guys see the one where it was the woman that she ran a race and won or whatever, or she got bronze and then went up into the stands and proposed to her man?
She proposed to her man.
Oh,
yes.
Wow, that's different.
Yeah.
See, that's offensive.
And she won bronze, not gold. That's crazy.
Yeah. No. But I mean, it's still.
He said yes.
Yeah.
Wow.
Yeah.
Did she get down on one knee?
I think she did.
Wow.
I think she did.
We need that video.
What did they look like? Yeah.
I'm gonna find it. But it was interesting to say the least. I think this is fine though. Why were they roasting this guy?
I don't know about the customs in China. I don't understand, why people are so upset. But I do understand that people are just haters. And a lot of times when they see someone having a moment, especially when it involves a happy couple, if they're a scorned person, they're gonna be like, "Fuck that person." Here comes a man to they were mad at Simone Biles' husband for wearing her gold medal on Instagram. So I think they're just part of the internet. We talk about incels or femcels, whoever, people who don't really probably have a social life, just say things for attention and just be haters. Some people just be hating. I understand. What's the worst place?
Oh wow.
Yeah,
she was still
still standing on the track.
Okay.
Yeah.
Wow, damn. She got some balls. I wanted to discuss this. What is the worst place you can propose to someone? You proposed to your fiance last year?
Yes.
What's the worst place someone can do that?
The worst?
I mean, to me, I always think of someone else's wedding. Someone else's wedding, you can't be proposing to somebody. That's crazy.
No, that's
I think
crazy.
you have to ask permission.
That's trying to steal a spotlight.
You have to ask permission.
I think if you
don't
ask
even
to be
think about it.
No, some people are fine with that. They're like, yeah, sure, do that.
Who? Have you seen that happen?
Here.
I just saw a video a couple days ago. It was siblings. Her sister or the guy wanted to propose to her sister at the girl's wedding.
Okay.
No.
Okay.
That's
your opinion, but I'm just saying, if you ask and you get permission, fine. You can't just do that shit at my wedding.
Right.
Would you let somebody do that at your wedding? Would you be cool?
I mean, you can't stop it because then it's
yes,
you can stop
if
it.
someone asks for permission, you could say no.
No, I'm saying no. I thought you were saying if they don't ask for permission, they're dancing on the floor, and then this guy just decides to get on his knee in the middle of the dance floor or some shit.
You can't stop. It's called security.
Stop that.
It's called security. It's called taser.
That would be insane.
You can't tase. Everybody will cheer. We'll all be happy. Yes. Would you let someone do that though, since you're so open-minded about this?
If they don't ask me,
no. If they ask,
if they ask me, no.
Okay, but you can see how someone would say yes in a specific situation.
I could.
But can you think of any situation that outside of a wedding that is bad? Like,
oh, for sure. Like, trust me, when I got my ring, I'm sure it might be the same for you. I was thinking like, where can I do this where I don't have to worry about it falling into anything, getting lost, like I was like, I don't want none of this bullshit.
Yeah.
Because regardless, you got insurance, but you don't want any fuck ups.
Yeah.
Like you don't want to make a mistake here. So when I was doing it, we were in Colombia, and I definitely didn't want to do it like on a boat or on a pier or like anything like that where I had concern.
Shaky. Yeah.
Yeah, we've seen too many instances of people on a pier, on the beach, losing the ring.
Yeah.
Fumbling
You drop it on the beach, and then where are you going to find it in all the sand?
Yeah, you
Good
need
luck,
one of
buddy.
those fucking monitors. Yeah. What about you, Genzino? Do you, is there any place that you wouldn't want to be proposed to in particular?
Honestly, I don't think I would want to be proposed to in public at all. Personally.
Wow.
Really?
Yeah. I don't think so. That's never been like the dream for me.
So are you thinking like private thing at home, or
like a chill
this
private
man rented
thing.
out the whole restaurant?
You know what I like? I like a private, very, very private actual moment of the proposal, and then maybe throw me like a surprise like party after if you're like super duper confident. First of all, don't propose to me unless we've already had the conversation that we're getting married. You know, I don't want no surprise proposal. So you'll know I'm going to say yes because we already talked about it. And then you could throw me like a little surprise party like after the fact, like, oh hey, look at everyone's here, like after, and you immediately celebrate. That would be cool. But I wouldn't want like a audience to the actual proposal.
Yeah, when we actually did our live show on SantaCon at the Seaport, there was a proposal behind us.
There was.
Oh shit!
Yeah, live was behind us. It was crazy.
It was great.
It was dope. You know, they seemed very happy. It was a beautiful day. It was like fucking like the same. It was like 70 degrees in December.
It's bad day. December.
I will say, I was looking at him though. I was like, buddy, you kind of close to the edge of that water.
Oh yeah, you're thinking about it. Yeah. Let us know, guys.
No, that was a beautiful one. That was nice.
I've seen a couple live, like a restaurant one time. And you see those videos online, like the one I remember the early YouTube days of the guy who was at the food court and he had the whole speech. He's like, this is where we first met, and she was just like, no, I can't, and walked away. That's one of my favorite videos. I love when people say
that man's worst moment in his life.
I used to
is your
Google
favorite.
compilations of that. I used to Google like proposal like.
Fails,
yeah, compilations.
Why?
A lot of them were skits. Most of them aren't real.
Especially the ones at
it's
the
just
sports
funny.
games and
yeah.
events. Oh, man. They always have them shits.
Yeah. But it's just funny to watch.
No.
Especially because the people around, like, even if you know it's fake watching it, there's people that think it's real. So it's just funny.
Got it.
Let us know, guys. What's the worst place someone can propose at? Like, and also, were you offended by the Olympic proposal? Like, did he steal her moment, or did he make it even better? Let us know. I mean, she seemed pretty happy about it.
Steal her moment.
I feel like a proposal is about the woman. I don't even think it's about the man. That's why I don't see it as him stealing the moment. It's literally you're being submissive. You're getting on a knee and giving them a ring.
Exactly.
It's both. It's about unity, and they share the moment together.
But that too. But I'm saying it's never about the proposal is never about the man. At least not in my eyes. I don't know. Never saw it that way.
Well, geez, if it's that bad for me to propose, then say no. Embarrass me in front of all these people.
Yeah.
That would have been cool if she like smacked him. No, how dare you?
That'd be crazy.
Great. But then everyone would have turned on her. This bitch.
Yeah.
She could have waited.
Exactly.
Yeah.
Not embarrassed.
And you can't always wait, right? But that is crazy. It's a crazy amount of pressure when you don't know.
That's why you don't propose unless you know.
Yeah. But it's crazy. You know, you got to stay in great shape as an Olympian. And, you know, they're clearly in a relationship. They clearly played the same sport, both made it to the Olympics. I think that's so dope. You know, just like we talked about Barack and Michelle killing it together. Mm-hmm. It's nice when you can share things like that.
Impressive stuff, man. Impressive stuff.
Yeah, exactly. They experienced it together.
Yeah.
Shout out to all the Olympians.
Yes, another woman, you know, who's trying to find love, this fitness influencer. She had some trouble, man. She went on a date at a restaurant, and she brought her own food to the date, and the guy left her. Which is crazy, man. A fitness instructor revealed that a man that once stood up and left in the middle of a first date when she pulled out a pre-packed lunch at a nice restaurant. I would never think of this, man. Vanessa Fuertes, 32, was excited to be on a first date with a new suitor at the Shard in London, but she didn't want to mess with her strict diet. She said, I don't want to go off my diet, so I made the decision to take my own meal to the restaurant. We were in the middle of the date. He got up and left. You know, she was like, I didn't know what to do on that day. I was really upset, and he was too. Okay, but hey, they talked afterwards, and it didn't end things. You know, the two have been on several dates since. And she says, I was just trying to maintain my healthy routine, but he thought it was too much. Since this episode, I've become more careful about how and when to implement my strict diets. I've never heard of anything like this, but I did find the initial, you know, dumping to be hilarious. Like, who brings their own food to a nice restaurant on a date? Honestly, if you're on a strict diet, that's just weird behavior.
Just communicate that and pick a place that you could find something that, you know,
Not
meets
only
your
that,
diet.
though, like, I'm sure on the menu there's something that can meet your diet.
Well, depending on the place, right? Like, so it could have been a place. It could have been a fucking steakhouse, right? And maybe she's like, oh, I don't want to basic
order the
salad.
vegetable sides.
Yeah.
It was an Applebee's. No, I'm kidding. They were
I'm
in
just saying,
London.
just learn how to communicate and just be like, oh, hey, like, I have a strict diet. I've had people fucking be like, oh, I'm vegan. And I'm like, oh, I fucking hate y'all. But okay, sure. Fucking stupid vegan spot. Like, you know, just say what.
Vegan's that bad.
I
like their
hate
food.
vegans.
Have you been to the vegan food festival before?
No, and I'll never fucking go. Why would
actually
I
not
go
bad.
to a vegan food festival?
Not that bad. Better than you might think.
No, I'm good. I've tried vegan food multiple
I'm good
times.
too.
Impossible Burger? Oh.
Fuck that shit. Why
don't
would I
believe in
eat?
it.
First of all, it's not even that healthy. It's processed meat, you idiots.
It's not meat.
Just
Yeah,
eat
it's not
vegetables.
meat. It's not meat.
Exactly. It's processed. Yeah, not meat, but it's processed. It's
processed
processed
something.
food. It's processed soy. Like,
Paste.
it's not actually good for you.
Protein paste. Yeah, I do think it's good that they worked it out, because clearly she was excited to meet this guy, and clearly she's a little bit slow. That's what I took from this. Like, more than her being dedicated, she just can't read the room. Like, and to me, I would not want to see someone again if I'm that turned off in the beginning. But she is pretty hot.
Oh, okay. Okay.
But she's 32.
She's
like,
pretty
if she was like,
plastic.
yeah, but if she was like 22, I would be more understanding. But I'm like, you're in your 30s and you do something like this, like, you should know a little bit better. Or at least be prepared.
Yeah, at least tell the person.
That's just weird.
At least tell the person. But I will say, for the guy, do you think it was that the date was just going badly?
No.
Because honestly,
Yeah,
I don't know
to get
if I'm out on a date and she's like, "Hey, so I did bring my dinner because I'm on this really strict diet," and if she's telling me just then, I'm gonna be like, "All right, well, I guess I don't have to pay for her food." like, I just don't. That's why when I first read this, I was really like, "Damn, this bitch must have blown this date." Yeah. For him because she's
Hilarious.
not bad looking.
Yeah.
But then for him to be like, nah, fuck this.
Mm-hmm.
That's like,
bro, no, because
and especially I thought it even more when it was like, oh, they continued to see each other after that.
so that's what I'm saying. I think if she blew it outside of that, they wouldn't have kept seeing each other. I think since they talked about it, she explained it. I don't know if it was something else. I don't know if she's the type of person to pick up on that, but I don't know. I think it's weird. Have you ever been to a place and someone brought their own food?
No.
A
Yeah,
picnic, but that's the plan.
I would think that
not
was
like
weird.
to a restaurant. Yeah.
Not even just being on a diet. It's just like, we didn't have to go out to eat if you're going to do this. Like, we could have did something else, and you should have told me that.
Right.
You know, as someone who would plan the date, I would be like annoyed at that. You know, personally. But hey, it worked out for them. She said she learned her lesson at 32 years old. Not to bring her food to a restaurant. Like, that's a normal thing.
They don't even get away with that.
I know. They don't even let you do that. Like, you can get kicked out. This
bitch thought it was the movie. She was like, let me sneak in my candy.
Yeah, London. Maybe
London's,
that's so strange. That's so. I don't even like going out to eat on the first date at all. Like, personally, like, fuck that.
Not an official dinner. No, a date with like food there.
If a girl's hungry, I'll buy food, but it's usually not intentional.
If a girl's hungry, I'll buy food.
I'm like, oh, you're hungry? Oh, let's order food.
That's
then.
funny.
No, seriously,
Yeah.
but it's not like we're going out to dinner. It's like,
Yeah,
oh, let's meet up for
exactly.
drinks.
Yeah,
but if someone
with-
says,
with
oh, I'm hungry,
food
I'm like,
as
oh, I'll
optional.
get you food.
Exactly.
I'm not going to be like, no, this is just drinks.
Yeah,
Or,
nah.
Yeah, let's get some pizza. Well, that's a good idea, too. Like, oh, let's just go
pizza's-
get pizza down the
yeah,
street.
that's true.
$1.50.
The fuck? No.
I
I'm
don't
not
really-
going and getting fucking pizza.
No, he's saying like, oh, we're going to get drinks, and then if you get hungry, hey, we pass.
She
the
knows
pizza.
what I'm
No,
saying.
we're going to. I know, yeah, I know
It's a
exactly
little
what you're
different
saying.
than-
Yeah, no, I'm not doing that.
No?
The fuck? No.
I don't really do that. I get
I know,
pizza
I
if it's in
believe you.
between spots, but if we're at a place with food,
If
someone's
we're
hungry.
already hanging out and I know you, that's different. But if it's like a first date, no, we're not going to a bar and then getting a fucking $1.50 slice of pizza.
Okay.
No.
Okay.
Yeah. I mean, it's different out here, man. People, we talk about different dating trends every week. And this one isn't a new trend, but it's a name for something that's existed forever, man. What is it? Tolyamory. Tolyamory. It's a new one. Tolyamory is a term coined by sex and relation columnist Dan Savage. Oh, that's a great name. So he says it combines the words tolerate and polyamory, goddamn, and refers to a relationship dynamic in which one or both partners put up with or tolerates the other's outside sexual or romantic contact. Unlike polyamory and other forms of consensual non-monogamy, it's not something that the couple has explicitly discussed and agreed to. So it's pretty much you getting cheated on, you don't say shit. You just deal with it.
Oh, wow. Okay. That's what a lot of people do.
Yeah, but now they have a name for it. I actually have some audio.
I feel like we talk about this all the time. They just want to add the name to some shit.
Yeah, they want to define everything.
Yeah.
Yeah, man. I mean, if you don't discuss things, sometimes
I need help.
What kind of help?
you get
This
caught.
is the kind of help I need.
Yes, what kind of help?
I need somebody to help me not have a big heart. Because my heart is so big. People betray me, and I keep forgiving.
So, R. Kelly, he was clearly frustrated and being betrayed, but, people accept this behavior, maybe it make things last more. Are you surprised that they created a term for this, Brian? I know we talk about new terms all the fucking time.
Wait, hold on. Can we just pause real quick?
Yeah.
Play that R. Kelly shit
was
again.
not betrayed.
Play that again.
Just real quick. We are not saying R. Kelly was betrayed.
Play that again.
I'm just repeating what he said. You want to hear it again?
I need help.
What kind of help?
This is the kind of help I need.
Yes, what kind of help?
I need somebody to help me not have a big heart. Because my heart is so big. People betray me, and I keep forgiving.
Okay. Yes. Yeah, would you be into this, man?
Oh, man.
Would you be into this type of relationship?
No, that wouldn't work for me. That would not work for me.
Why not?
I mean, it's cheating.
Yeah.
That's not acceptable. Like, unless you just have an open relationship at that point, I feel like it's weird. Like, do you feel caught? Like, what? I don't get it.
Yeah. There's one woman, her name is Kathy. She's been married for 30 years, and she knows at least 6 other women her husband has slept with. Her adult daughter even caught him with one of the women at his vet practice. But Kathy,
that's wild, right?
she managed.
See, that's what I'm saying.
She managed
At the vet?
She managed to convince her daughter that nothing was going on.
And
she
here's
says
the
you
thing.
might think that's sort
They're
of a
fucking at the vet,
that
though?
you
Yo,
might,
that's what I'm saying.
She
Like,
said,
that's crazy.
She said you might think that type of arrangement no longer exists, but I recently learned that our situation is increasingly widespread. There must be like an online community of these victims out there.
I mean, yeah. I mean, they have Facebook groups called "Are We Dating the Same Guy?"
Yeah.
and stuff. I know people who are on that. They say it's very entertaining.
I'm sure.
But yeah, with the internet, yeah, you could find people in very similar situations.
Yeah, they say, I can tell you that Tolyamory is just a fashionable word for betrayal. It's just a new trend or new trendy way to say that this is some shit that's been going on forever.
Exactly.
Yeah.
Like who?
Yeah.
I think if you openly say that, then it's just like I'm being fucked over right now. Like,
Yeah.
I mean, I feel like Tolyamory is cool for one person in the relationship.
Yeah.
No,
Yeah.
for real.
Yeah.
For real.
So it depends on what side you're on, but who knows? She may be chilling at home, getting that vet money, And she's like, okay, it is what it is. You know, I don't know.
I mean, they do say that there's some people in relationships that can just be open to that. Like, they understand the other person needs to be able to be out here in the streets to stay happy. And if it works at home, then some people accept it.
Yeah, she was struggling with endometriosis. What the fuck is that called?
Endometriosis?
Yes, and so she couldn't have sex for a while. So he said, you know, I can't deal with this. So she, you know, understands on that level. She feels partially responsible, I would assume.
Ew.
But it's crazy that they actually get people out here to talk about these things. Let us know, guys. Would you be into Tolyamory? Are you surprised that this term exists? It's
that sounds pathetic.
Called being cheated on and just living with it. I mean, hey, a lot of people do it.
Shoot, so he couldn't deal with the fact that she was dealing with endometriosis, so he was like, I gotta fuck other bitches, and she was like, okay, cool. Like, yo, just okay,
she took one for the team.
So just separate then. Like, you could still be cool and separate. You don't have to. Why are you in this one-sided relationship? That makes no sense.
But how do you know it's one-sided?
That's clearly one-sided.
That's just from a sexual standpoint.
No, hold on.
What about all the other aspects of the
Let me finish.
relationship?
He's thinking about himself, which is cool. That's his prerogative. If that's what he wants to do. So she should also think about herself. Why are you putting yourself in this one-sided relationship with somebody who's saying, "Hey, I know you're going through this horrible time. Fuck you. I gotta fuck these bitches though." Like, okay, cool. If that's how you want to feel, that's what you want to do, go do that. But then therefore we are no longer like together. It's no beef. We could be cool. We could still kick it, but I'm gonna like still find the person that like will support me through this. That's what she deserves.
Listen, I personally feel the same way you describe him, but I'm just saying some people accept it.
Yeah, and it's sad. That's all I'm saying. Yeah, it's just sad.
I don't think it's sad necessarily.
I think it's sad.
I think it depends. You know, if I ever happen to be in a relationship and cheat, if anyone ever calls me a cheater, I'm like, I'm not a fucking cheater. I'm just polyamorous. Like that.
Exactly.
That's what I am. Who cares? Don't judge me.
Y'all gave this a new word.
That's exactly what happened.
Oh man, damn.
Man. It's what it is.
I mean,
I don't know. People have weird, you know, relationship standards, and you never know when you marry someone at one point, things change. You know, health changes, situation changes, financial things change. You know, they say like through thickness and what is it?
And
health.
And for rich or for
is
poor.
Is it thickness?
Sickness. It's sick.
Is that the?
Yes, Jenna.
Through thickness. Never smoke my hair again.
Okay, that's a new one. That's the updated one.
Oh my God. Well, yeah.
Thickness and health.
This one woman in China said her husband was too fat to have sex with, and she was charging him $15 for sex every time.
He had that healthy sickness.
Oh my God. A man in Taiwan filed for divorce from his wife after she demanded he pay for sex on account of him being overweight and bad in bed.
Yo, how much? Tell us.
$15.
$15.
They have 2 children together, and problems began 3 years ago after his soulmate restricted sex to once a month.
Yo.
2 years later, in 2019, she refused to have sex with him and reportedly told all his relatives he was too fat and incompetent. Frustrated over the forced abstinence,
Why?
She filed for divorce in 2021.
Yo.
But then she took it back and said she'd work on their relationship. You know, he even registered the home in her name. But then she reverted back to her old sex blocking ways shortly, and reportedly started charging $15 whenever he wanted to make love or even talk.
This is the craziest. You know what? See, this is why the Asian shows be lit on Netflix. Because they got some good storylines. This is crazy. This woman.
You're right.
This is crazy. She turned herself into a $15 whore.
Okay.
Whoa.
How do you do that?
I know. Continue, please.
How do you do that?
Different
That's crazy. You start charging your man. Help him work out. Like, be motivating.
How do you?
This embarrassed him with his whole family.
Told his whole family.
This is crazy.
No, it's fucked up. It's foul. But I mean, like, it keeps the relationship fresh, honestly. You know, it makes him
relationship
excited.
is not
It's like,
fresh.
hey, instead of going and finding other whores, hey, just like it's like cosplay. That's what they're doing.
No, it's
They're-
called.
or what is it called? It's not cosplay. What is it called?
$15.
Whatever. Cosplay.
It's called holding the pussy hostage. That's what it's called. $15. That's crazy.
That's
to
not
talk.
even that much
It wasn't
money.
just sex. It was to talk to her too.
It
This
sounds
had
like
levels.
fun.
And
It
he
sounds
put
like fun.
in. He filed for divorce after she did not change her ways, and the judge granted it. She tried to say she didn't want it to get divorced, but the judge said it was a cold and too difficult to fix, so he
Crazy.
granted the divorce. And they say this isn't
Yeah.
the first time someone imposed a pay-for-play policy on their partner. In 2014, a wife in Taiwan charged her truck driver husband $60 for sex.
So this is in Taiwan, both.
Yeah, both
Okay, so
situations.
that's what they do out
Culturally.
there.
This is crazy.
Hey, I'm not mad at that. Shout out to Taiwan.
You know, I was recently talking about,
I'm talking shit. I would never do that.
things you can include in a prenup. Like, is this something you should include in your prenup to make sure that you're on the same level of attractiveness and also having sex frequently enough if you're locked in? Is this something you should put that in?
Yes.
The prenup.
I say include everything. No, I say include everything in the prenup.
You cannot put your BMI percentage in the
Yes,
prenup
you
saying
can.
like
Why
you
not?
got to stay under X number of pounds.
Why not?
You can't do that.
Yes,
That's
you can.
crazy.
Annual weigh-in.
In
Let's
a
see.
prenup?
Get on the scale.
That is absolutely insane.
You can give them
No, I agree.
a period.
I wouldn't take it that far. But
we already
but-
said through thickness.
That's what y'all said.
That's what you said.
No, that's what he said. No, I
that
would
was me.
never get that specific because that's just weird. But I do believe in like having a prenup and like just like trying to understand like, okay, one, how do we actually see our future? But two, if we were to break up, just like what would that look like? You know, I think it's good to have that conversation because you never know. Like the divorce rate is like more than 50% now. Last I checked.
Yeah.
So it's just good to just like have those conversations.
This is
and it saves you from a less of a headache.
$15 to talk to my wife.
Yeah, she clearly didn't want to be with him. That's how she clearly like didn't want to be with him, but she was like, "How can I just capitalize off of this?"
Well, she
You know.
didn't want to get divorced, so
Because it's
yeah.
maybe she knew she wasn't gonna get anything out of the divorce. It was
Maybe.
easier for her to live with him, stay with him, and then also charge him
charge him.
to talk to
Crazy.
her.
Like, listen, I need to make some hourly. I need my money. I need my money.
How many how many payments do you think he made before he filed for divorce? Because there's no way he just said no. Because that happened for years.
Damn, really? That happened for
Well,
years?
they were going back and
Yeah.
forth for years. Yeah.
Jeez, that's sad. Okay,
I'm gonna
it's
say-
not funny anymore. A little bit.
I'm gonna
still.
say she might have got like 2,500 over the course of a few years.
That's a lot of money. That's crazy.
That's your guess?
I mean, he unless he just wasn't having no sex or like not like.
I think he wasn't having a lot of sex at all. Honestly. I think a lot of married people don't have a lot of sex.
Over under 3 times a week for the fact
I don't
that.
want to talk about this anymore.
Like Obama, the Obamas.
Oh nah, they be
I'll
going
bring
in.
it back.
They be
You
going
think so?
in.
I
Yeah.
don't think
Yeah.
so, man. I don't know.
They look in shape.
That chef?
They're in shape.
The chef,
They're in shape.
Remember the chef who wound up dead? I don't know what's going on. Shout out to the Obamas. We love you guys. America's family.
I do love the
Listen.
Obamas.
Of course.
Yeah.
Yeah, man. All right, one last
That's right.
topic, man. This one expert, they say, if your boyfriend doesn't say "I love you" by this time, it won't work out. Do you guys have a guess on how long? Did you look?
I didn't look actually.
I looked.
You looked off.
Okay, we don't say it. Let me guess first then. Let me guess first. 4 months?
Okay.
Close.
They say 3 months.
Okay.
Yeah.
3 months. A no-nonsense dating coach says a woman should dump her boyfriend if he hasn't said "I love you" within 3 months of starting the relationship. If your partner doesn't say very clearly "I love you" by 12 weeks, then he's not your ideal partner and you've wasted your time. You know, a lot of people agree with her, but a lot of people said, someone might, men might like love bomb you, by falsely making this profession too quickly.
Exactly.
And, you know, there's so many circumstances that can be involved in this.
Yeah, you can't put a time. It depends on how much time you spend together, first of all.
Yeah.
Like, you could see somebody 5 times within 3 months. It doesn't mean you don't know. Like, if you're spending every fucking day with somebody, then sure, maybe. But, yeah, I don't know.
12 weeks. Were you surprised by that, Brian? Like, 3 months?
Yeah, I don't really agree with 3 months.
What would you say?
I would say like 6 months.
Okay.
I would even say a year, honestly.
Wow. It depends. Like when she says within starting a relationship, does that say like start dating or start being exclusive?
She must mean exclusive.
You know what I mean?
I take it as exclusive.
Well, if you're exclusive.
You take it as
okay,
that?
so I was taking it as when you like meet or whatever.
Oh. Well, that's different.
Yeah, so if it's like...
It could be like a year, like you were saying.
That's what I'm trying to understand.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Because she says within the start of the relationship, does that mean like, okay, we're exclusive?
I think so.
Or just like... Because some people think of that differently.
Mm-hmm.
Well,
like...
Some people view a relationship as like, okay, we've started consistently talking to
I feel like when you start a relationship is when you're already in love. No?
No.
No.
Oh.
No.
Oh, I don't... Okay.
I mean... No, I mean...
You have to already be...
You can not love somebody. You can have a relationship with someone and not love them.
For why, though? Like, why?
Because maybe you have a sexual relationship. Or
yeah, but why do you have to make it a relationship then? Like a...
It's
committed...
still a relationship.
Yeah, for sure, but it's not a committed like relationship.
But you added a word. You did it.
Well, that's what we're talking about. Because then we're back to. Never mind.
I don't know. It's hard to say.
Yeah, I think 3 months. I would say, for me, from dating to a relationship, it usually takes like about 3-4 months for me to be like, okay, we're be together, and from that point, probably. Yeah, probably like within the first 2-3 months, I'll say I love you. Because I feel like in order for me to be like, okay, we're together, I do have to feel like I love this person. I might not say it.
Right.
It may just take more time for me to know. And it has to be, a moment where I actually feel it, which sometimes, it just happens organically, let's say. I've only said that to like a few people.
A few?
3 people. So, yeah. But, yeah. It's interesting. I think that's a hard line. And people can love bomb. I think if someone just says, I love you too quick, that's scary. It's like, what?
Yeah.
Yeah, it's weird.
People have said things that definitely were really intense to me. And I'm like, all right, yeah, this is too much. It's gone too far, So you got to be careful. But I feel like putting any like set amount of, definitive time on anything like that's supposed to be organic, supposed to be fun, and supposed to be genuine, it kind of takes away from that, And I feel like, if you're waiting a whole year and you don't feel like you're getting that, validation, or, you feel like you're in a situation where someone is showing that they're into you, then it probably isn't your person. But 3 months, it's dependent on your circumstances. Yeah, if you only see someone a few times in those months because of, your proximity, or you're just busy or something's going on.
Yeah.
Who knows?
It's hard to say. It is hard to say. Every relationship's different too.
Yeah. Yeah, actually, I did want to talk about this one girl. She's a 33-year-old virgin. And she says she's not religious at all. She says there's nothing wrong with being a late bloomer. She insists it's quite common for millennials, that have never had sex. So she's saying there's a lot of other millennials. She must have went to a Taylor Swift concert like recently, because she really she knows a lot of other virgins. But she's been traveling the world. Unfortunately her dad died when she was younger, and when she was a teenager, she's living off the trust fund that he left her. So she's been all around the world, to Morocco, Peru, Cayman Islands, Bahamas, France, Germany, all over.
Wow.
And she's saying, she's ready to date, but she's waiting for the right person. She says, I think it's important to have high standards in everything, romantically and otherwise. So what do you think about her just not being religious and just wanting to travel and not have sex?
It sounds like she needs therapy.
Damn.
I mean, listen, to each their own. I think that maybe when her dad passed, she still has some trauma from that. maybe that's why she's like not trying to create relationships or anything. Because through this whole thing, I didn't hear anything about her having relationships. It was just like, I'm staying by myself, I travel, and now maybe I'm ready.
Yeah.
You know,
I think it's weird to go that long, but hey, maybe she will find that right person. Maybe she's traveling so much that she'll find the right guy for her. I did really want to talk about the NJ bus driver, but I think we need the video for that shit.
Okay. Maybe next time.
Yeah, if it's still relevant, man.
What do you think about this one, Jenna?
About what, the bus driver or the virgin?
The 32-year-old virgin.
I don't care. I don't care about her.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Fair.
I don't know. She'll figure it out.
Well, yeah.
Yes, she will, I'm sure.
Oh my God.
I don't know what the any other backgrounds.
Yeah.
You know, she could. I don't know. It could be
Actually, I do have one more topic I wanted to talk about. This woman, she uses Chat GPT to expose men who lie about their height on dating apps, which I found to be amazing.
I think that's great.
How? I don't even get that.
So this woman uploaded 4 pictures to Chat GPT, and she used the AI to measure their proportions. She says, it uses proportions and surroundings to estimate height. I tested it on 10 friends and family members. So she says all estimates were within 1 inch of their real height.
Wow.
She found the cheat code.
That's what's up.
You know,
impressive.
Yeah, man. On Hinge, one common thing is like, one of the prompts is like, we'll find out if you're lying about your height. Like, girls,
I should put that on mine.
Yeah, like together we can find out if you're lying about your height. Like that's like in like maybe 8 profiles.
Wow, really?
So it must be like a big thing.
No,
That's
do not
hilarious.
use that. You can't use it.
No, I should, because it'll fucking. Oh, I hate guys that lie about their height. I'm not even big on height. We had a whole conversation. Like I'm like, yo, I don't care. Like mine, like I'm 5'4", so for me, if you're like 5'8", 5'7", if you're swaggy, I don't care. Like it doesn't matter to me. But I hate. It doesn't matter. Like, there's guys that have, on Hinge, that have said they were, like, 6'3", and they were, like, 6 foot, you know? And I still was like, ew.
Can you really tell from being 5'4"?
Yes. No, I know height very well. Yeah, no, I understand height very
important.
well. No, I just understand it. I don't like when people lie on their profiles. It's
Okay.
just gross to me. So my whole thing is, like, it's not even about, like, your actual height. It's the fact that you're, like, lying. Ew.
It is weird, 100%.
Yeah. I just don't like it. Again, like, I've known guys who were, like, even, like, 5'10", saying they're, like, 6'2". Why? Just say, what the fuck?
Because some people filter out guys who are under 6 foot.
Well,
and girls are really mean to guys, if you know, who are under 6 foot. And it's just like, it's crazy the way that they could just put these standards out there and just be like, oh, you better be this, you better be that. But then men, you can't say shit. So then you
lie. So at least, okay, but like, I don't give a fuck. So for me, I'm like, so you're just lying on your profile. That's weird. Like, that's weird behavior. At least be like, hey, I'm actually 6 foot. I'd be like, okay, cool. Hey, I'm actually 5'9". Cool.
Be yourself, I think, is the key. But what do you think about her using Chat GPT?
Yeah, it's cool. I don't use Chat GPT, but I think that's interesting.
We talked about people using AI to talk to people. Are you surprised that she took it a step further?
No, honestly. I think that's a great idea. I think that's really great. I'm also surprised people aren't doing that already, just to like image search people.
Yeah.
Just pull up their social media on their own without even asking, that sort of thing. You know?
Yeah.
Yeah.
I feel like that's standard now.
Yeah, I thought this was super interesting, especially how accurate it was. Like, what else could people use AI for? You know, I think that's pretty cool. But also, I wonder if it's going to help her find the right guy. She might be focused on the wrong things, trying to nitpick people before you even meet them. Half of the women on, you know, alter their pictures, and you know, no one's real. It's all pretend. Meet someone in person and see if you like them. If not, then bye.
Yeah,
don't invest too much before you meet someone.
Yeah,
I don't think anyone should alter anything. I agree with that.
Yeah, I'm just saying, like, you know, it's just so cool to height shame men and let them, you know, have their lifts in their shoes and wear their boots.
Do it, sure. I don't care.
Julian's taking this personal.
Yeah. I'm fine. I'm not short. I'm not really tall. I'm normal. And I'm beautiful. So it's okay.
I'm normal.
Oh my God, this has been so much fun. I'm glad we came back to the pool. Yeah, thanks so much, Genzino, for joining us.
Thank you
Yes,
for having
indeed.
me.
We missed
Yes,
you.
indeed.
Missed you guys.
Oh shit, this one.
Both of them.
I
both
love
of them.
the- yeah,
Hit the bombs
honestly.
too. Hit the bombs too.
Hell yes, man. We're gonna be taking a short break for a couple of weeks, but next week, you know, we will be posting our interview with Cash. You know, thanks again, Cash, for coming through.
Yes,
And we will
indeed.
be hitting Asbury Park Beach and the boardwalk this weekend. We will be hitting the streets again,
ready.
asking them some questions. You know, we talking about Mike Tyson, Jake Paul. What else from today should we take to the streets, you think?
We definitely got to do a little political poll.
Okay.
I want to hear Kamala
Please
and
do,
Trump.
actually, at the shore especially.
Yeah, it
please.
might be
I wanna
mixed.
know.
I
It'll
feel like
be mixed.
I feel like if we went to Belmar, it'd be different, but we're going to Asbury Park. So.
Yeah, you're right.
It should be blue. It should be blue.
Yeah, it's pretty
Very
gay and
true.
ethnic over there.
Yeah.
For sure.
Point Pleasant, it'll be red.
Oh, man, we might get arrested. Why do you guys have microphones? Is that a gun? No.
Oh man. Okay.
Let us know, guys. What should we hit the streets with?
Yes.
Thank you all for joining us. We'll be back. I can't wait. We'll be back on 9/11, September 11th, the day after the debate. So the fall's coming. And yeah, man, I can't wait to talk about the debate, man. September 10th. Who you got?
Listen, I think Kamala's gonna win.
Okay.
I think Kamala.
I think so too.
100%. I'm not even worried, actually. If it was Biden, that would be awful.
I'm excited for it.
Yeah.
I'm
She's
excited
gonna
for it.
destroy him. He's gonna sound like an idiot, and he's yeah. It's gonna be
Heavyweight
great.
matchup, man. Heavyweight.
Yes, let's go. We gotta have a watch party.
Yeah.
Should.
Yeah, for sure.
What is the day?
September 10th.
Okay, yes.
September 10th. Yeah. So we'll be back in 2 weeks, guys. But we'll be posting content on all platforms. You know, subscribe, like this video.
Boom.
Follow us on Instagram, Facebook, Spotify, YouTube, Twitter, Threads, Twitch.
That's right.
YouTube.
You
again.
got all of them. You got all of them.
Yeah. Thanks so much, everyone, for joining, and we'll see you in 2 weeks.
Peace.